Free Comedy Friday is rolling along here with the Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
Oh, my.
It's like one of my favorite nicknames of all time. The Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
That's strong.
It's perfect, man. Luis J. Gomez, who's performing at the American Comedy Company this weekend, is hanging out with us in studio. How's it going, man?
I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah.
San Diego's great. It's a lot of hot old people.
Yeah.
And it's all good-looking 50-year-olds. I'm just like, wow, this place is incredible.
So we're the Florida of the West Coast. You know? I mean,
So
people
true.
come here because it's paradise, great weather, all that stuff.
Yep.
Arizona's even worse. You probably know that. Arizona's like, that's where all old people go to
But
retire.
but the hot old people?
No, you're right. You're
Well,
right.
no, they're just hot because 108 degrees.
Yeah, that's a
every
different
day.
kind of hot. That's a different
true.
kind of hot. Yeah,
That's
you
true.
see 50-year-old ladies rocking the yoga pants here.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I love it, dude. I'll tell you right now. Look, look, I'm here to party in San Diego. Old ladies, come out.
Yeah, buddy.
I will show you a good time. The Puerto Rican rattlesnake knows how to shake that rattle. Trust me.
Yeah, you get that rattle out. You get that rattle out. Yeah. The American Comedy Company, you were there last night?
I was there last night with my good friend Colum Tyrrell, who's also here. He's from-
Colin.
Hi, it's Colum.
Colum.
Yes,
Oh.
Colum. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you right because of the accent.
No, yeah, it's an unusual Irish
Colum.
name. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
That's oh, I love the accent.
So remember it.
Okay,
remember it.
I got it now. Just got yelled at.
Yeah, but getting yelled at in an Irish accent is great.
It
You're like,
will.
I want to drink a beer with
Yeah,
this
I
guy.
really did.
Yeah, totally.
That's
I
a
really
great
felt
point.
that way. It was wild. So, Lewis, man, I was checking you out, and I was seeing all the stuff you got on YouTube, and I was dying. I mean, it's great stuff. But one of the things I saw was pretty wild. This is
Here we
wild.
go.
Well, there's so many different things. I mean, I tried to ask you about a million
This is
different
FM
things.
radio, right?
Yes,
Yes,
you gotta be
yeah,
careful.
You gotta be very careful.
Yeah, was this wild incident that happened with Big Jay Oakerson on stage. Big Jay's been in here a bunch of times. Great
great.
guy, and I know he's a buddy of yours. And you guys were doing a show where he got attacked by a fan, and you were right
Well,
there.
I wouldn't call him a fan.
Well,
Yeah, I guess not. I guess not.
I don't know what the fans of this radio show are doing. I would call him an enemy. I would call him a perpetrator, in fact.
You're right.
Yes,
You're
yes,
right.
yes.
Well, he was somebody in the audience.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll
Okay.
say that. We'll say that. You were right there.
Yeah.
You got involved. What the hell went down? This was crazy.
So me and Big Jay Oakerson, Big Jay is one of the best comics in the world. He is my brother. We do a great podcast called the Legion of Skanks podcast.
Oh, God.
And it is, if you're not a bad person, don't even give it a shot. I'll tell you right now, but if you're a little depraved, I would say maybe that's the podcast for you. But it's the world's most offensive podcast. And we say offensive things. We both on stage and on the podcast. And if you guys come this weekend to San Diego, American
Be ready.
Comedy Company, it's a
Be ready.
raunchier show. It's an adult show.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's all in good fun. There's no
I
no
love
hate
it.
in anyone's
I
hearts.
love it.
The easily offended shouldn't come.
Just don't come.
Don't come.
We were just saying that on the ride over here.
yeah.
I was like, if you were recently attacked or if you had a family member die, my comedy show's not for you.
Okay.
Because you might be triggered. I might say something that's going to trigger you.
That's
you
a
know?
good warning.
So Big Jay's on stage, and I had already gone up on stage, and Big Jay is so charming and likable. Like, I'm not charming or likable. I'm a real a-hole. And I go up and I punch the audience in the face, and I'm doing, obviously, I'm doing well. I've been doing it long enough, but there's certain people that are getting like, oh my God, this guy's a little edgy.
Yeah.
And there's one girl in the crowd, and she starts like heckling. She didn't start heckling me. I get off stage, and she just, at that point, she had enough. She was like, if I don't like the next guy, I'm going to ruin a set. So Big Jay.
So it was your fault.
It's my fault completely.
Okay.
My fault completely.
Oh, God.
Big Jay goes up and he's just sitting down. He's like a big teddy bear and he's telling his jokes and she's like, boo!
Oh, no.
She starts heckling him. So Big Jay's also a master of crowd work, so he starts trashing her and like in such a hilarious way. And she's drunk. And at this point the crowd is completely turned on her to the point where like you have 500 people in a field. Remember, this is a year ago.
COVID.
This is we're in a cornfield in Pennsylvania right now.
Oh my God!
It's like a
That's a
horror
visual.
movie. And
Okay.
there's 500 people wearing Gathering of the Juggalos t-shirts pointing at you and laughing at you. This woman is mortified.
Yeah.
She's not a fan of the podcast. She's there with her family. Her brother, who's like a big meathead, big meaty dude, muscly dude wearing like tight jeans.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He was defending his sister.
Okay.
He wasn't even a bit. Ultimately, he's not real. It came from a place of love.
Yeah.
It really did.
Okay.
It just was the wrong move on his part. So he comes over to the stage. He's like, "Hey, that's my sister." And I just watch him walking, like lumbering through the crowd towards Big Jay. And I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go."
It's on.
And he grabs Big Jay's foot. This is on YouTube.
Yeah.
He grabs his foot and he just pulls him off stage. And Big Jay.
Who's a really big guy. He's a big guy.
Jay falls on top of the guy. The guy was drunk. He fell on top of the guy like a refrigerator. He was pinned underneath him. His arms and legs were squirming. His feet curled up like the witch in The Wizard of Oz. Yeah. We took his ruby slippers right off his body right there and then.
Dude.
Yeah, and no, but I ran from, and I'm fat, so I'm slowly running to help. You see me just come in 5 seconds too late, and we all jumped, and we had some words with the guy.
Yes, words.
We had some words with the guy. We had to talk
Words.
to the guy and let him know that his actions were not warranted.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Baby.
Good.
Wow.
Now, I love that you had his back because you were watching from kind of off the stage.
Yeah.
You see it go down, and Lewis just jumps. I mean, he bolted on the stage to try and stop the guy, but like you said, you were just...
Here's what really happened. I tried to kick the guy in the head.
Oh, no, wait. I don't know.
missed.
You should admit that.
But I missed. No, I tried.
Okay.
I don't think. Is it illegal to try to kick a guy in the head? I think it is, actually. I think it's attempted assault.
Yes, I believe that is.
I think it was fine.
So allegedly you tried to kick
I
a guy in
allegedly
the
tried to kick him in the head, and I missed because I'm unathletic. Then I jumped down. But, it was overall, we're actually going back. It's Soul Joel's Comedy Club in Pennsylvania. I know this is local in San Diego.
Yeah,
If you guys are out at Soul Joel's on August 9th,
we'll hit it up.
It's the 1-year anniversary of it. We're doing a live Legion of Skanks recording from the
That's
cornfield.
hysterical.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
actually hysterical.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
What a wild scene. I
So
can't
we were
imagine.
supposed to go to court. We just ended up not going because in the moment we're all heated, but then afterwards we were like, "Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Come on.
We're all knuckleheads.
It's all good.
We've all made mistakes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, wow.
So how do you guys, you guys are stand-ups, how do you guys handle the heckler? Are you guys that I'm going right after you, or do you try to ignore? Or is there different styles? Like, how do you handle that?
Colin, how do you handle hecklers?
I think hecklers are usually good though.
Oh, you like
Oh, you
that?
like them.
But if a heckler heckles you and says you stink, at least they're paying attention to the show. But
Okay.
if they're just talking,
Yeah.
very accurate. Congratulations. But if they're just talking to their friends or something, that's worse because they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So if someone's
And it's
actually
distracting, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's brutal.
That's worse if they're if they're paying attention.
Yeah, I don't recommend heckling.
No,
I
would.
dude.
Well, you know what it is? It's like it's unfair. Actually, I pointed this out the other night. I was doing a show. And some guy tried to heckle me, right? Or he said something. He wasn't even heckling. This is even worse. Heckling is one thing, because if somebody heckles you, the audience hates them. The audience is like,
you're
"Oh
ruining
yeah,
the
screw this
show."
guy. I paid to be here.
Yes,
I want to
yes.
drink with my friends." Maybe they're a fan of the headline or whatever it is. But the worst part is if they're trying to help you or they're trying to be funny,
God.
because the audience doesn't understand why we hate that guy even worse. So they say something and then we go nuclear on them. The audience is like, "Dude, chill. What's wrong with you? You can't handle a little ribbing from the audience, Mr. Thickskin." So this guy, he said something in the crowd, right? Or he tried to be funny, right? And it didn't get a laugh, right?
Wow.
And I stopped it, and I was like, "Oh, no, what'd you say?" I was like, "Here, take your moment." And I had him say it again, and even at that point, it was even more cringy.
No, stop it.
But it's a trick.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a microphone.
Exactly.
Comedy is about timing. He could have said the funniest thing in the world right there.
Yeah, but it's never gonna work.
It would never work.
Totally.
It doesn't matter how clever it was. Doesn't matter what it was.
Yeah,
In that
100%.
moment, when I put him on the spot, so what I did was I took his power away from him, and then we all together collectively laughed at him.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then I moved on with my set.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand the thought process.
never
of,
get it.
I'm gonna try to be funnier than the guy who's being paid
pro.
Yes.
to be up there. Like,
Yeah.
that's insanity.
Well, if you're a good comic, you make it look easy, right? So every comedian started the same way. We watch some schlub on TV or in a comedy club. We were like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Yeah.
But that person, what they were doing was they were making it look conversational and they were making it look easy. And they were making you feel like, "Oh, this guy's just, coming off the top of his head." You don't realize the 10, 15, 20 years of work into the craft that it takes to really become a legitimate headliner or a legitimate pro. So, and that's what you find out the hard way. And then by the time you find out how hard it is, you're like, "I'm 5 years in. This is my whole life.
Yeah.
These are all my friends. I don't know anything else." So it's a very strange career path, but yeah, I love it. It is really fun, and you know, we have the shows that we do. We have a lot of energy, and you know, like I said, it's dirty. It's in good fun. We make fun of everybody. We make fun of ourselves.
I love that.
And I think that's the most important. If you can make fun of yourself, I think then it allows people to let their guard down a little bit, and they wanna laugh with you a little bit more.
Without a doubt. It's at the American Comedy Company this weekend, tonight, tomorrow night. Definitely go check them out. Colum, how long you been in the stand-up game?
I've been doing stand-up probably 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started in Ireland.
Did you?
Yeah, I did 3 years out there, and then I moved.
Is the audience
it different?
very different
Yeah,
over
the
here, or is
scene
it
the
like
same.
The jokes, like the
They're
people.
drunker.
Yeah, are there babies in the crowd? Because I hear you can have babies in bars. So
what the hell are you talking
in
about?
Ireland, you can
Is that
bring your
true?
baby into the pub, right?
I guess I never noticed. I didn't.
There's babies in bars.
Now that I think about it, yeah, there's a lot of toddlers.
Right.
Colum doesn't pay attention to his babies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
They're just roaming around all over Ireland.
I spent a lot of my youth in bars with my dad. I did do that. Yeah.
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah, just watching.
As a kid?
Yeah, just watching football or soccer, as we call it. Yeah. So I guess we're all alcoholics. Yeah. Now that I think about it.
That way, I mean, it's a given.
But
Nonsense.
the Irish audiences are the best in the world, but just not enough of them to have a regular scene.
Yeah.
But they have 3 or 4 festivals every year that are like the best comedy festivals. Next to Skankfest after Lewis. But if you're ever going to Ireland, the festivals over there are incredible. The Ireland audience.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Heckle the heck out of you.
There you go.
There you go. Yes.
And it wasn't you. I thought for sure this was going to be you, man.
I have never not cursed on one of these. I'm nailing it right now.
Look at you. Good job.
Well done, my man.
have it again because I hit
Yeah,
the
we're
dump
now
button,
we're
so
ramping
it's
back up.
Yeah.
Everyone be careful.
Everyone be cool right now.
I let everybody down.
Oh, you're good,
okay.
man. We
Going
don't.
back to Ireland.
You're on the right show. We don't care.
Yeah.
So go check out this show. It's going to be awesome, man. All weekend if you're looking for a good time. And don't be offended, you softies out there. Don't show up. American Comedy Company. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. That
I
was
appreciate
fun.
it. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
You
guys.
bet. Absolutely.